Good morning, traders, and welcome to the webinar. This is Bruce at Bookmap. We'll be going through the good morning, traders, and live order flow webinar within Bookmap. And the whole process here, or our goal, is to understand the auction process and to understand the participants within that auction process. Their behavior or their participation is going to be with orders. It is the way that we participate in the markets these days. And we are going to be able to read that in the order flow. And that is the edge you get using Bookmap. All right, onboarding webinars. All right, so we have one this afternoon. I'll be hosting it at 1 p.m. Brandon did his inaugural host on Wednesday at market close. And then Dan will actually be off this upcoming Monday at 8 a.m. is when he goes. But he will not be presenting because it is a holiday here in the U.S. and markets are closed. So no webinars, no U.S. events for Monday, the Labor Day weekend. All right, so everybody enjoy the time off and grab some personal time and with family and friends out there. All right, so we had our Academy meeting yesterday. This is the process we go through. I always show this slide. I think it's very important to journal and build out your playbook. And these are the key factors we look for. Number one, what is the impetus? What is moving the market? We want to understand that. And it might be news. It might be geopolitical. It could be news events that are scheduled. It could be from the FOMC and the Fed or something else. It could be a high time frame technical level. That's really important. We want to understand these levels. We want to identify these key levels on our higher time frame, and then we can start to develop scenarios and strategies based off of this. All right, so for those of you, for example, out there using Market Profile, this is exactly what you do. You're looking at the auction and thinking, well, they look at this profile and, I'm looking for a price to test these lower levels and then maybe bounce from those lower levels because that's where it rejected previously. You will be doing the same thing in here, looking at your key levels and no matter what it is, what strategy you're trading. And then we finally get to number 4, our setup. And you just want to choose the proper setup for the day. So if it's a trending day, you want a trending setup or strategy. And that's when it comes down to just execution of our setup, our checklist in our setup, and you determine the sizing and risk you want to put on that. And then you execute, as simple as that. All right, so anyway, and we kind of mentioned, we covered a lot actually yesterday in the Bookmap Academy in Bruce's pilot program. And I will share this link with you here if you guys are interested. It is a subsector of the Bookmap Academy, and we are going through some very specific things in a very simplified process, but this is one of the best processes and ways that I have seen that will get you up and running and becoming a much more professional trader. You're going to be using replay mode in Bookmap, and you're going to play it many times over. We have the replay files for you, so all you have to do is load them and play them, and you're going to open up the Bookmap journal as well. So you're going to be able to backtest from actually trading in replay mode. All right, so if you're interested in this pilot program, I'm putting the link here into the chat. And okay, no sound in Discord. Okay, can you hear me now over in Discord? Sorry about that. Yikes. Okay, I think we're good now, right? Just if you can confirm. Sorry about that. Anyway, so the pilot program here, let me put the link into the chat for you over in Discord first. And then We're in YouTube. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Alois. So Mark, you've already registered. So you should have received an email from me. And if you didn't, I'll definitely be reaching out today and have a lot more materials for you guys very soon. All right. Anyway, let's go through the disclosures and jump into the market. In fact, I put on a position just before or just after the news that we just had, and curious to see if it worked out or not. Anyway, we'll take a look here. General disclosure, all Bookmap Limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure, trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. This is not financial information. This is not a trading room. We may take live positions in here, but it will be in demo paper trading mode only, and it is only for educational purposes. All right. We want to show the trade management and how you get involved, right? So yeah, here's what I was looking at in here, and you can see I was stopped out on this one, and that's okay. I was looking for a certain criteria, and I also had the news here, and this one didn't work out. Anyway, we got a nice continuation to the downside, huge momentum here, in fact. So we'll look for another one. All right, and when that might unfold. And I can kind of redraw some lines in here. This is what we're going through in the pilot program is this Trendline break and accumulation. Okay, so we're looking for lots of liquidity getting filled on the bid on the way down. So passive accumulation. And then we need to be at a key level, and we were at this key level up here. Okay, that's what I was looking at on the hourly, also on the 15-minute here. Now we're quite a bit lower, coming into another key level. Looks like it could bounce here, but I'm looking for lower here. So maybe around this 52 to 48 area down in here, all right, as my key level. Okay, and is that right? 52 to 48. Yeah, that's right. All right. We got a ways to go still on that. Anyway, you can see we're starting to break a trend line structure here, but I do not see aggressors coming in yet. I am staying out of it. All right, and let me see if there's any questions right off the bat. No email, Mark? Okay, you should have received an email from me. Anyway, I will get back to you today for sure. Okay. All right, and let's see here. You can see it broke another structure just now. However, it's failing and coming right back into the range here. All right, so we'll see how this unfolds. Anyway, how's everyone doing? How's the trading coming along? And we had I thought a great Academy meeting yesterday, and went through. It was kind of interesting. It was more because the setup's so clear what we're looking for. So it was more about like trading live, or the mental hangups, or overcoming them, whatever it might be. But it was more kind of about the baggage that you bring to your trading and how to overcome it. And that was a kind of a step away from what we typically do in the chart analysis from the Academy. Anyway, good session. Let's see. Let's go in through our checklist here. that I did earlier, the kind of this top-down approach. What's moving the market? Well, right now, I mean, we have some news out there, and the news was kind of in line. Was the PCI, so a key inflation um, data point, and we have the revised consumer sentiment, which I don't think is that important at all, but a little less than expected. And we're selling off. Okay, so let's look at our bigger picture here. Like, why? What's going on? What's in the news? And what's moving these markets here? Is it all technical? Is it all-time highs and then profit taking up here, or is it something else? Okay, so lower inflationary data? No, I don't think so. I'm looking at Reuters. Tariff concerns? Yeah, of course. There's always been that, but I think it's more of a all-time high thing, and but it's a pretty big sell-off. Pretty nice. Anyway. And yeah, guys, I mean, you can see that. Well, this is a pretty extreme trend line here. Okay, and what we're talking about is structure, right? So don't worry so much about the trend line. I continue to mention that. It's really not about the trend line. It's about market structure and breaking of that structure. Okay, so you can see this trend line broke, but there's a horizontal structure here that is also breaking, right? So and we're starting to see a reaction here. We're starting to get some buyers coming in. Now, I don't like it. I don't see, I mean, I do see passive liquidity getting filled on the way down here. Okay, that's good. But I don't really see it in here. I want to see it down in these levels in here. So I'm going to stay away from it. It's not what I'm looking for in this setup. And this will keep me out of trouble. Now, this one earlier, it was what I was looking for. I was at a key level. Okay. Yeah, maybe the passive accumulation wasn't the greatest in here, but it was starting to set up. And also I had this kind of flush through with the data after 10, and I started to see the buyers come in. All right. Now, at that point, you guys probably saw I put this on and jumped over to the webinar. So I didn't manage this. Yeah, we got stopped out here. Actually, this came up to our previous swing here, and it traded to it and hit liquidity here, and then it came back down and pulled back, and then it followed through to the downside. Okay, but this could have been managed at that point. This is one of the nice things, like watching Shark, for example, over in the pilot program. We'll get into some of these trades, but then he'll be able to manage it to a point where if it's a losing trade, it's like either it can be a small win, a break even, or a very small loser. Usually he gets away with a small win out of it. This would be a one way to, we hit a single here for sure. I thought we'd get a bigger reaction, probably come up into some of these areas up in here. And I also see high liquidity on the offer in these levels here. Okay, we didn't make it. This failed. But the structure was there for me. I don't know if anyone else take a look at that earlier. We have data right in the middle of it, which I don't like. So you can see that little volatility in here. All right, so yeah, we stayed away from this, and we can adjust this structure now. The structure is a little different. It's traded up to hold on, this level. and we have a new horizontal, or I'm sorry, diagonal structure to take a look at here as well. All right, it's a lot better. See how this liquidity has been filled now down in here. Okay, so this, you can see the diagonal structure is still within the kind of horizontal structure here, right? So the real breakout would be up here, and this is where we want to see it on volume, up here. Okay, so let's see if we get it here. Okay, let's see if we get a bit of a pullback. And are we starting to see, for example, this transition in the order flow? Okay, look at the bars down here. This is a really helpful one. I don't really see it yet. I mean, I see this cluster of bars here, and I see this buying in here. Okay, but I don't see it yet. Okay, so nothing shaking then. All right, any questions? No, hello killer, we're on YouTube. Okay, so it's starting to pick up a little bit more. Okay, another thing that we're going to look for is you see how we're just not getting this this buying coming in yet. It's enticing us, or it's getting interesting here. Hey, Damien. Yeah, I did finally reach out to you, and now I got to reach out to Mark. But don't worry, I will get back to you guys later today. I'm trying to really buckle down this afternoon to put these materials together for you guys to get you up and onboarded properly. It's been kind of ad hoc up to this point, but don't worry, it's going to be a lot more refined. The steps will be very, very clear very soon. Okay. I just got to get my act together and find the time. And I think today and maybe Monday too. I'll be working probably Monday, but there's no webinars or anything. So anyway, we'll have these materials for you guys. Okay. But come on over to the room, and you'll find the materials in there. Now see the structure now. Okay, so looking pretty good. All right, now the buying's coming in, right? The buying is starting to come in, right? So are we going to miss this, or are we going to wait for a pullback? I'm going to wait for a pullback to about here. Okay, so that's where I'm going to put my order, and let's see what we get. I might miss this now, right? There might be just a whole bunch of buying that comes in, stops being triggered on the way up, and we'll miss it. Okay, but I don't want to chase it, and we're at the top of the range up in here, and I see high liquidity here. Okay, so I'll wait for a pullback here. CMJ, you should be able to, if you signed up and you probably got my email, then you should be able to go over to that pilot program, and the files are in there. They're pinned. Okay, the replay files, and also you haven't seen the email. Okay, make sure you sign up on the list, okay, in that pilot program, and you should have gotten one, unless you signed up in the last day. Okay, so look at the buyers starting to come in now. It was last week. Okay, you should have received it. Looking pretty strong here. All right, so this is yeah, I'm still waiting for a pullback here. You see different variations on this here, and I'm afraid I'm going to miss it here. But I'm still going to wait for that pullback here. There's been a lot of selling. And there's been a lot of buying though, and we're above structure, right? This is where the squeeze can really pick up. Okay, and we'll miss it. Okay, that relative buying is strong. If we start seeing buying again, maybe look for it has to be real strong up here. Yeah, fill it out again, CMJ. It should. I should have tagged you. We did have some issues on the back end. That was actually what was causing some of the delays, you guys. So sorry about that. Okay, here comes our pullback. Okay, we're looking at the bounce off this kind of structural level here, basically. It's a weird area here. I don't like the higher time frame level. There is something here. You know, right in this level here, this is where you can see the little back and forth, and then the buying came in here. See that on the hourly here? And that's what I think we're getting a reaction to. Okay, higher time frame level is better, much better though down here, that 48 to 52 area. Much better. So we're going to keep an eye out here for it. I'm getting in maybe a little early regarding that higher time frame level. Another thing that we've got going on here is time of day. This is usually 10:30 or so, 10:30 to 11. We usually get some sort of kind of reversal pattern, but then it fails, right? And I'm afraid about that right now because I know that that happens during this time. In fact, if we get like a double top up here and then it starts to fail, it's one of the patterns and setups that we have. We'll see if you know this is risky. This limit buy here, okay? Because we're really not at that key level. And I'll show you what I mean. If we go to bookmap.com. And yeah, I'm just gonna delete this. Be a little more disciplined due to Laura, who's here in the, is she here? Yeah, she's here. So Laura, yeah, I mean, it's not worth it, right? I'm not at my key level. I have to have all four elements here. Let me show you though what the other setups in here, because these setups are you know, worthy, valid, going over here. So go to bookmap.com, click on education here. That'll take you to the learning center. Scroll down and supply and demand setups here, this course, and then here the one we're going over is the trendline break and accumulation. And then the one that I want to, well, there's a wedge, but there's also the failed mid-morning reversal. Okay, this one. And I made this, went through this setup here on purpose because of this time of day in the webinar. Like everything is looking good for this reversal, right? Heck, even at a key level here. You start to see the buyers are starting to take price higher here, and it's looking pretty good. And then you see how this can even look like a head and shoulders in here, and it's looking like it's playing out. And then you get this double top here. You get leg one of the and the higher high here of the reversal, and then you get leg two and it fails. It can't follow through, right? There is no reversal. And we want to look for some elements here in the order flow, absorption being one of them. And then we'll look for exhaustion over here as well. You'll see, yeah, there's our failed higher high a couple of times. It's like even a little mini double top here, or triple top. And then because of the absorption and exhaustion, now you're looking for those aggressors to come in, these sellers. There they are, and you can see the move lower, right? Even better one over here, as you can see. It did it again, and it was below 6,100 at that point, your key level, right? And then the sellers really start to come in after some exhaustion again. Okay, so we're going to look for that setup here. All right. Yeah, exactly. So here we go. Right. So it's really the so we had a couple things going for us here for canceling that order and looking for that potential setup. And we're not at a key level. Okay, we get it around this time of day, and then it turns into a continuation pattern to the downside here. And let's get rid of this trend line here. Okay, you can see where we retested down here, the swing. Okay, now what did we get in here to kind of justify that? We're looking at order flow in here. Well, you can see some absorption up in here. Okay, even a iceberg, nice iceberg, 308, big one. And we're looking for that exhaustion, which I don't really see. And then we're looking for those aggressors, which we do see here. They did come in here. All right, but we're looking for exhaustion to really give us a hand here and tell us that there's no more buying interest. Okay, and see how we're not getting that right now. Okay, if we don't see it, we don't trade it. Okay, so look at the buying starting to step up now. And then maybe we'll get our double top up here. Okay, lower high so far, but there's some aggressors behind this move. So it's not too clear. You know what? There's another. We were looking at this earlier. There is something on the higher time frame here. If we take away the this is on the overnight here, 4 p.m. This swing down here on the hourly, right? So there is something there, and that's why I'm wondering why we're getting this reaction here. It just seems kind of odd place to get it. Okay, but you can see it's filtered out here. If I look at the 9:30 to 6:15, 4:15. So what time was this? It says, so this was at 5 p.m. Yeah, that's why it's just out of the data. And this was NVIDIA, I think. Was that right? NVIDIA earnings. And forward guidance was pretty horrible. Earnings were pretty good, but the forward guidance was not. Also, I'll follow up with you guys in the chat room in that part of the program. Duzman and Matt, some others like have been doing some nice work in there. I just haven't had time. Okay, DNT, you're showing us here something. Okay, so you're looking at the 6460 level. Yeah. Yeah. There. I didn't see that. I filtered out the that data, DNT. So I didn't see that there. Okay, and that was an important one because of the earnings. All right, getting interesting here. Okay, so leg one broke this structure, pulled back. Leg two, we're seeing more buy volume. Okay, are we seeing that transition now from passive accumulation in here with the liquidity to the aggressors and the structure break? Now we are breaking structure and we are starting to see that volume pick up. We have a bigger structure here, okay, on this trend line here. And we did break this here. It has not accepted yet above it, but we'll see. Yeah, there has been multiple. Okay, so that was Alois that you verify that was the Nvidia sell-off, I believe. I mean, it dropped like a rock and then it did turn around and go right back up. It's crazy. Okay, well, let's see. Are people starting to line up too in the order book here? You see some up in here that is coming into the book at 80 and 81 up here. And that makes some sense. Here's a swing up here, and there's the liquidity there. Some liquidity starting to show up in here 6,500, also 85 here. And we can edit this one. Actually, recycle it. So, you can see how this is kind of turning into more of that wedge that we talked about as well. Okay, that's another one here on that learning center in that course. And it's the wedge pattern here. Okay. Actually, ours is a little different. It is breaking structure. And we just want to see this kind of fail up in here. And then we want to see these either exhaustion or a small trap, but we've got to see that volume pick up, those aggressors, the ones that are moving it. And then we have some order flow events in here that also help us. More about that, let me show you again. If we go here back to the Learning Center, JTrader has a stocks and futures course, and Brandon has a zero DTE strategies course. Okay, so we've got 3 different courses, and we have a few other strategies in here, the continuation pattern and also a reversal pattern in there. Okay, let's see. Those aggressors are coming in. Okay, we're starting to see the potential for it here. Very low volume node in here as well, so it could just come pop up and reject. So we're really watching the aggressors here. And this liquidity up here at 80 becoming more defined. Okay, it's kind of testing the structure up here. Boy, I don't know. I mean, I don't like it. Like you're starting to see the aggressors, but they're not going anywhere with it. And this is so indicative. What we've seen is like buyers just don't have enough juice to, and not enough interest in buying to take it higher. But they'll buy it on the dips and trade it back up to these areas here. And now that's looking better. Another thing to look for is a some sort of flush through or flush out here, like a stop run would be nice. But I'm not seeing much of anything at the moment. Again, guys, we're in demo paper trading mode. You can see it up here in the upper left, demo sim account here at Bookmap. Okay, so now aggressors coming in. See how this looks. Okay, third time up here now. All right, so it looks like they're going to follow through. Let's take a shot at this here, and I want this to work immediately. I'm not looking for a pullback here. It should trade up to our level up here around 80, 81 pretty quickly. And it is pulling back, so I don't like that already. And that is a stop run, 300, 305. Okay, so we're in the stop run actually. So that could be the clear out that, for that wedge pattern potentially. But the aggressors is pretty good. Now let's see if they come in again. Okay, no, that one didn't work out. Let's see if we may come up again. We may get that. But this could also fail pretty spectacularly. And the time of day is perfect for it. And no clarity. Is that exhaustion there? Yeah, yeah, I think so. It's not a whole lot of selling though. That's what we don't really see that selling pick up here. And exhaustion there. Hey, Florian. Ah, crap. Yeah, we can try to get a pullback on that. Still looking for a pullback here, just not seeing it. And there's some high liquidity here, and this is where these buyers kind of came in. So I'm still looking for that pullback. And we do have a small stop run there. So the reaction here by buyers to trade it back up. That might have been it. And point of control traders here are going to be buying off of this. And a trend line here. It's interesting to see. I mean, you look at these levels in here and look at, some of the profiles, and you see the reaction, right at some of these swings and these levels here. I mean, the swings and these levels here, they coincide, of course. But let's see, still, I mean, this is actually, I knew I kind of missed it up in here. Looking at the exhaustion here in the bars, better than the dots, and then also here and here, and then those aggressors picked up here, and it's like arg. That's too bad. But now it's just gone a little too far, and we really need sellers if they're going to push that lower into our key level time frame for the cash session. They really need to pick it up here, and they might be. And let's see if we can break the lows here. Now, lots of liquidity down here at 60, 61 as well. Okay, but our transition, this is it kind of turning into a nice mid-morning reversal. The one thing that caveat in here is this one here is usually an equal high and not on volume. Okay, now we did recognize the volume was on a stop run, but it broke our key levels of structure, our structural levels here on volume. And that was a little bit of a sleight of hand or tricky there. Otherwise, because typically this is like that double top in here, I don't want to see it break out, and instead this one did, and then it failed, and right in here would have been a good area. It's a little too late to that. Anyway, this is something we haven't studied yet in that pilot program. But it's worthy of it. All right, are we looking for our sellers to? We haven't had much of a pullback here at all. When we were looking for that as well, and we just didn't get it, right? So that's kind of kept us away from it as well. There has not been a pullback in here. This was about as close as it got. Let's jump back to those higher time frames. Okay, so yeah, the momentum still continues here. No, I'm going to hold off for some of these higher time frame levels down here. And the price action in here now, the hourly candle in here is kind of hiding this price action here. So this was that reversal here that we're looking for follow through, and all it did was it didn't even come back up into here, into the 80, which I would look for actually. This, it can be kind of a choppy grind lower here. You get these wicks, but then follow through, and then wicks, and then follow through. So you can see the swing from a few days ago here at 32 or 30 or so, somewhere around there on the daily. that is here. No. That's an overnight one as well. Now let's see how's everyone over on YouTube. And good morning. All right, so here comes that wick back that we're kind of talking about here on the 15-minute. So let's see what this can do. Maybe back up to about 65 here. That would be your POC as well. Double check on that. All right, so yeah, we're getting that on that higher time frame. It's going to look like a wick there up into the 65 level. Looks pretty good here. Now we do have some, we have not only the POC but some swings here, right around here. So not a bad level up here on a small time frame. And let's see if we get a reaction off of that. Starting to already on that sell side. I mean, we'll wait and watch here for some sort of like a order book sweep or a stop run in some of these areas up in here, and maybe we'll find a low time frame or fractal kind of opportunity. Just to go through some order flow for you guys. I don't want to. I know Laura is in here, and it scares me that I'll do something that is not high probability, and I don't want to. I don't want to do that and get caught up in it. This was tricky here. It really was. You know, this is what we're looking for. The double top in here. This is it, that second leg, but it broke out and on volume. Now, the one thing that you know, moving forward to correct that is that stop run, which, you know, we would anticipate a stop run up here, but acceptance up here and then a move up into 80 looked pretty good, and we didn't get it. Right, so we're going to kind of wait for an order flow or, you know, some sort of flush through or you know, sweep or stop run in these areas in here, and not get caught up in it. Right, let the trap spring, and then we'll look. So like right now, they're pushing pretty hard here on the offer, right in here. And I don't see any stop runs in here, or not much, right? And now here come the buyers. Now here's the trap, right? So in fact, we can, I'll jump in. I'll take a position here, right? But I'm not looking for much here. Okay, and just to demo like a move back up here, and we're looking for trading it to the stop run and the liquidity, and probably, you know, 64 would be a good area here. Let's see if we get the follow through on that, right? Because we haven't seen it yet, and I'm looking for it. I want to see like you know, some people in some pain here, so we're driving up toward that pain right now, and let's see if we can get it here. Now, if this can't follow through, we're the ones that are going to be in pain down here, right? So we have to recognize that too, that maybe we're the hunted here. So we'll get out. But I'm still looking for the squeeze here to the upside. Okay, and I want to see it go through point of control here. I think it can. I think you're going to get some selling or profit taking for sure. But the liquidity's up above, and we're going to look for that. Okay, all right, we're filled. So it just hit us there. And this is again why we like to front run those areas here. Okay, so we're out, but that liquidity wasn't touched. Not one contract traded into 66 here. And 14 traded here. Now, I don't know how we got in front of the line here. Even in demo, our simulator is pretty good. It does put you in the queue. It's a simulated queue, of course. But you know, I guess maybe you can see some of the pulling of liquidity here, and that kind of maybe inched us to the front of the line there. Okay, so now do we get our stop run? Yeah, we did. Okay, great. And we got one here as well. So that was a good, I think, a good exit. And it went a little higher and stopped out more. But let's wait and watch here. And I am also going to move our bigger, higher time frame trend line. Okay, it's just trading up to it now. All right, so let's just double back here. All right, so Not much of a trade, about 5 points, but this is what we are anticipating down in these areas in here in the price action. Okay, we are anticipating the price action. Really wasn't it wasn't a good setup. It wasn't a higher time frame. It was more a reaction to something we were looking for, and then we'll see if it plays out. And it did. But you can see that these can form. It can start to form a basis for some potential strategies for yourself to start to understand. And that's why I'm doing it, Laura. That's why I'm doing it. I'm sorry. If you don't think it's a good idea, Laura, I won't do it. But we at least I can demo something in here, and like these kinds of ideas and concepts we can integrate into a higher time frame, more or higher probability setup. Okay, but this is basically a mean reversion trade, right? And we're looking for it in the price action on the higher time frame too, because we see big momentum here on the hourly, but the 15-minute, see how we got this one in here and we got trapped in that one. We're looking for it again, and then this time we exited. Okay, now we're going to watch this one pretty closely here. Is it just going to trade in a range up in here on this 15-minute chart? In this 76 on down to like 60 or 656, or what I'd look for here is a failure and another retest down here around 61 or so, and I'm looking for big volume to trade back down to here on the hourly. Okay, somewhere around 50 to or 52 here to 45 or 48, I think is what we called it. All right, so something like that. And passive accumulation, actually, this is kind of funny too. 1, 2, 3, well, not quite 3 here. And then we do see some buying here, clusters, and it's testing that structure here. So it's possible we could get a really nice squeeze here, and it could trade up into our 80 level, which we were looking at earlier. Okay, we'll just keep it in mind here. Okay, and we got that little stop run up into our target. Looking for actually quite a bit bigger one, something like this one here. Okay. Here's another takeaway in here. Look at that stop run. We've got actually one here into high liquidity, one more here, and this is a bigger stop run here, and then one more hit to the low. Okay. This is something that you'll see again and again, and this is again worthy of study. Okay, because after the big stop run here, let me move the axis for the icebergs over here. After the big stop run here, okay, we got one more tap to the bottom. Look for that. Okay, and then once we get the buyers to come in, because like people got stopped out, but there's this one more kind of push down here, and then you get that mean reversion trade here. Okay, beautiful, right to it, right to the point of control up here. Okay, and then we were looking for the double top in here, and we just didn't see any sort of stop runs or so we know that these sellers are accumulating and they can be upended, and we're looking for that kind of push to the upside, and this kind of activity here, like this green candle here, and then this one here is actually following through pretty nicely. All right, so this on the hourly, you can see there's a new hourly candle here. Anyway, okay, there's the stop run back up. All right, not the biggest, 60. but it's starting to squeeze. All right, our higher time frame structure has broken here. Okay, I'm not in it, as you guys know, and I just don't like the key level. We got kind of burned on the key level earlier. Well, let's take a look at these aggressors in here. I mean, it looks like a squeeze to me, but we'll see after this pullback here. Wow, Alois, that's crazy to hear. Like Nvidia's value is around 8 or 9% of the entire S&P. Wow, that's, and then if you throw in Microsoft, Apple, Google, oh God, I don't know, what are the other ones? Meta. I mean, how much is that? 30% of the S&P. That, I mean, something like that, right? Or does Mag 7 or I really just don't like the key level, guys. That's what kept me out. I'm looking for traders down here to react to it, not here. $4.5 billion or trillion. I don't know. That doesn't seem right, Alois. Yeah, trillion. Yeah. It's amazing. We're talking trillions now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let's just jump back to our higher time frame in here. I still don't see anything. I mean, you can see that there was some price action here. The wick that we got kind of trapped in earlier around 72, just traded up to it. No, I'm sorry, we were up in this wick here. Anyway, yeah, it's up here again. I'm kind of looking for it to kind of test back up here again. I don't see a lot of volume here in the candlestick chart yet, but So I'm staying away until I see something better at a better level up here. I don't know. Maybe we see an order flow event or something. There's something kind of to test and look for. I mean, this is looking pretty juicy up here. This all rejected up here before. I mean, this is what it looks like on a trending day, and we can demo that here just with. So for those of you who don't have profiles, right? You can demo this though. It's like, okay, this is that profile here. Next one it's kind of bigger zone, but like the next one is from here on down to about there. There's a small one here. And then you can see the big one is down here. So this is where it rejected in here, right in here. Okay, so we're looking for maybe we can get a test in there, and we'll see if we reject. Right, so that would be around 75-ish, and let's take a look in here. So that would be up here, right? That would be up by that swing, and I don't see anything happening not right now. All right, chopping around in this area in here. So here's our profile, or here's this zone here. Okay, and then now this zone here starting to build out. Okay, we're looking for an extension away from the zone, right? Like this here. Okay, this little area here, like that. These are the areas that we're looking for the move away from the zone. Okay, so the price discovery when it breaks. So consolidation followed by breakout is really, really typically how the markets work. Those grinding moves are a little different, of course. All right, there's some exhaustion, some selling, but I'm not interested. Again, exhaustion. And we are coming up on the European close, so it's we're going to probably, and it's Friday, and we have the Monday holiday here, so we're probably going to get a little bit of volatility here, I imagine. Right now, what's keeping me out of this here, because it looks pretty good. Some selling, high liquidity up in here, back and forth, high liquidity here, but also high liquidity on a more fractal time frame in here. You can see the move up into this liquidity, and then the exhaustion, and then the selling. So it looks pretty good for it to drop here. I just don't see the flush out of the other traders, and I want to see that. And that just gives me a much better feel that if I see it flush through an area and reject and come back in, now I'm interested. Okay. Or if it flushes through an area and then I see new, aggressors coming in to support that move, then we're looking for it to be sustained. Okay, so here they are again, right? Sellers, I'd look for this to drop and right down to 65 here, right? But I'm just not seeing the, we got a small stop run there. So we're at the bottom of our range, our low volume node, right in the middle here. Okay, very typical. And now what? Now let's see if we get the buyer. We get the buyers come in and trade back up to 72 now. Let's see. You can see how these areas, I mean, so far it's been acting like a magnet, but here comes the squeeze here, the potential squeeze. Stop run here. Buyers coming in, other side of the range here. Let's see if we can get it. Hey, how's the order flow look? Not the greatest here. Now, these would be our targets. Some of that liquidity coming in at 71-ish, but doesn't look so great. Let's see, do we get our buyers here? This is not great. So nothing shaking. In fact, more sellers now. All right, there we got something happening there. See that? That liquidity traded here. Okay, high liquidity, very short-term high liquidity, but the buyers took them on. And now let's see if we accept higher on more buy volume here. No. All right, here come the sellers one more time. Oh boy, there's really not much to look at in here. I'm still I'm wondering about that squeeze, but I keep on seeing the selling at these lower levels. So 65 looks pretty good here. All right. Let's do it. Let's see if we get caught up in the squeeze. But just to move down to 65 here, and looking for the flush through to the downside now. We got maybe some trapped buyers here, and let's see if we can get this flush into 65. And how's our higher time frame look? Yeah, not bad, not bad. So came up here, tested, and coming back down. So yeah, 64, 65, maybe even down to 60, 61. Looks pretty good. It has a potential for it. All right, here comes the squeeze. All right, so we potentially misread that one. Let's see here. Even more selling up here, right? Even more for a squeeze. This is the squeeze we were looking for. Damn it. Yeah, all right. I'm out, and we'll wait for that squeeze to unfold. Yeah, this is why I like to wait for these events and then look for that clarity after the event. Is this everything technically was looking real good in here for that drop? I mean, beautiful. Exhaustion, 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 selling, more selling, a little bit of buying, but you know, exhaustion here, selling at the low, looking for the flush or the move into that level, and then now the squeeze. Right now, this still may play out to the downside if we see selling down here, okay, right here. In fact, we can put an order in there, one tick below. Again, this is demo paper trading only, going over some of these concepts here. All right, and let's take a look at our higher time frame again. It's just bouncing around in here. European close in 5 more minutes or so. Iceberg there, 55, hasn't filled completely. Probably cancel that order and look for something better. All right, let's see if we can get it now. Right at this level, 68, a bit lower. See how the buyers come in at 68 there. That's why we're looking for a little bit lower here. Since I entered it, it squeezed. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we should probably just make it a rule, really, unless there's something you know really driving the market fundamentally. You know, the rule is wait for the order flow event and then see. Like here, right? Let's see what we get. This is the squeeze we were looking for earlier. It took a long time. You see these things take a while to develop here, right? This is the squeeze we're looking for. Okay, and to reject off of like 70, 75, 76 up in here, maybe 70, 78. Okay, so let's take a look again. Higher time frame. Yeah, this looks pretty good here. All right, so now let's see if we see some rejection. And there's our stop run event. And it's not that big either, 48. You know, we're looking for a couple hundred. Let's see if we can get the momentum move off of this. Actually, so we're filled immediately there. All right. Now we're looking for this to fail, and then we're looking for the move to POC 65. Yeah, liquidity is not helping me here. This liquidity still, there's still a reaction to the bid. That was maybe a little too early for that idea. Okay, now it's getting kind of interesting. So pulling, and they're adding here on the bid. It's back and forth. It's hard to say. There's high liquidity on the offer here that was just taken. So there is some buying pressure still. So it's really back and forth. Now this is the close here. All right, we're getting follow through. Okay, now we're looking for the move and the stop run here to the downside, and it's already happened here a bit. So we still might get caught in the squeeze here, you know, because maybe that's enough to try one more shot to the other side of the range here. But it's at, and we're at the close here as well. So don't like that. This is not a good time to be in. Yeah, this is pretty indicative of the close. Of a, you know, it's not a European close. It's not like the close you see here in the U.S. session, where it's crazy, you know. And we're just seeing this kind of this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. There's liquidity, there's liquidity, there's liquidity, there's liquidity, there's liquidity again. Now we're you know, we're getting some traction out of this one. The buyers did not take them on down here, and we're still kind of looking for the mean here. Maybe this is kind of, well, it hasn't turned yet, but it's pretty close to it here as the mean. Okay, nice stop run. Okay, pull back and see if we get more sellers in here again. All right, we're out. It made it to POC. Now this is actually probably, you know, keep an eye on this one because now the London close is European close. Now this can start to trend and start to move after the chop in here. We'll see. But we've got to go, leaving it in the hands of Tom B. He's up next. You know, this, we could start to get a nice trending move to the downside here. So the momentum move, the chop and the reversal during this session, and then the continuation move. So look for it, right? The momentum's been real strong today. It gapped down, and you can see these two big moves to the downside in the candles here. So the momentum is on the sell side. And ATR wise, like I don't know, yeah, Yeah, there's something to be said about that. But we're still looking for this zone in here, kind of this 45 to 52, 53 area up in here, 52, let's call it. And I'm looking for the sellers to test into that area to see if there's demand. Okay, so this could be the move here. Keep an eye out for it, right? But you can see it's just been kind of bashing around in here for the last few minutes at the point of control. Everybody have a great holiday weekend. Like I said about that pilot program, I'll have a lot more for you guys shortly. I will reach out to you though later this afternoon. Okay, if you want to sign up for it, again, I'll put the link into the chat here for you. We look at and study, and heck, look at the work in there. It's fantastic. I mean, you don't even, I don't even have to mention it. Just go there and check it out. And the work is just fantastic. And there's all sorts of things to do in the trading journal as well to build out that edge, which is, it's amazing. So let me see if I can bring it up here. Yeah. So you can bring up your journal and look at here. I've got a lot of the participants in the program here. So their journals. We went through it yesterday in the Bookmap Academy meeting. So the work speaks for itself, and they're gaining traction. If you want to partake in it, put the link in there for you. And this is, like I've said, this is the best training that I've come across, that you can build out an edge with it and still trade in replay mode, like that poker player playing video poker again and again and again. You can speed up that area or that replay mode. Hit that space bar to pause it, replay it again, etc. And then look at the building out your notes in here. And this is Sharks. I believe Sharks on. Which one am I looking at there? Oh, this is mine. Okay. Yeah, I don't have too many notes here, but look at some of the other ones in here. Shark has been fantastic, and Laura, Trading is Life, DNT Matter, and building out your playbook here in the notes column. Okay? It's all in here, right? You'll see it. Look at this. There's 4 pages of it. I wanted to show you guys some tricks with this new journal, or the journal, web journal that we have. When you go to your trade history in here, exporting as CVS or Excel, okay, you're going to get more data than just what you see in here. Okay, what you're going to be exporting is going to have MFE pre and post, or post. So your MFE, MAE, or maximum favorable excursions, and your maximum adverse excursions. I'm going to look into making an Excel spreadsheet so you guys can get averages on here. So for example, you put together your average on your maximum adverse excursions in here. Now you have data to support your stop run, or your stop loss. Okay, so I did an average on mine. It was about 10 points, 9 points, 9 point something points. So if I put in a stop down here, now this is 4 points here, as you guys can see, right? Or is it points or ticks? I forget. You can then allow yourself for that higher probability trading, okay, with proper stop loss and take profit. It's use this to your advantage. This is how you build out an edge. Anyway, guys, I'm way over my time. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a great weekend. We will catch up with you on Tuesday. We're off on Monday. Okay, we'll see you then. All right, take care, everyone.